Good day to you, citizens of Kurine Village. My name is Paul Addison, and I want your vote.
Wow, that's really loud.
Did you see the pun?
Well, who's... Yep.
Politician.
A politician. That's pretty good, actually.
Oh, good grief! And this has to be Dad. Is this gonna be Dad's? Please tell me it is.
Look, something's coming this way.
Politician, savior of Kurine, has come to... Ah, it's you people!
Apollo, what is that strange conveyance?
We're good. We're 1-1 today. It's fine. Apollo, what is that strange conveyance coming this way?
Right, left, halt! It's one of those, what do you call them? Palanquins? Dad?
Wait, is it?
Dad? Question mark?
Well, the hair doesn't really line up in that way because it doesn't have like a little spike sticking out.
Yeah, but his hair is done specifically.
So
he also said Kurine.
Yeah, maybe. So you
I think
finally...
this guy's the father.
So you finally left Dr. Buff's house. What were you doing there? What a bunch of shady-looking characters.
And you aren't? So I take it you knew the doctor.
What a foolish question. I've memorized the names and faces of the entire electorate here in Kurine. After all, I am the man who's destined to be king of this fine nation someday.
Who are you, and what do you mean king?
Ignorant fools, I am the politician. I am a soon-to-be eminent politician, a man whose name will go down in history. You should be ashamed that you've never heard of me before. Is he really a famous politician, Apollo?
Not that I know of.
I'm running for the seat of the local council right now.
I guess even Jerk Q Public has to start somewhere.
But my election is a sure thing, I'm told. After all, my grandfather was a famous politician with untold influence. In short, I'm the chosen one, the golden boy, the powerhouse of politics.
And rider of his grandfather's coattails.
Are you blinded by my majesty? Go ahead, bask in the resplendent glory that is me, the chosen one.
Sure.
Ah. A pleasant day to you, good people of Kurine. I am politician. It's time to reclaim the glory of Kurine together. A convenience store on every corner, a karaoke bar in every home. No and no.
Triple no on that
A
second
vote for politician is a vote for a happier, happier Kurine village. Turn off that infernal racket, you fool. Oh,
Turn off that infernal racket, you fool! You're gonna stay in your grandfather's good name!
Thank you, good sir. Your support is appreciated as always.
I guess he's one of those people who only hears what they want to hear. In other words, he's a model pop politician.
Yep. Now, where was I? Oh, right. You were in the doctor's house. Just what in the world were you doing there? First things first. Do you like the badges?
Actually, I'm a lawyer.
You're so shallow. Relying on your badge to impress people. What would you be without it?
Alright,
Who
bro.
knows? Broke, yeah, for sure. I pity men like you who have no sense of self. Real men make their own mark in this world.
Says a man who's riding on his grandfather's coattails. Is this what you're riding around in when you're campaigning?
That's right. It's perfect for the narrow roads and steep hills here in this village. It has top speed of 5 miles per hour, but it suffers from serious reliability issues. Namely, these imbeciles tire out too quickly. We'll try harder next time, sir.
Poor guys, they're exhausted and covered in sweat.
The Attition family has been in politics for generations, even back in the old country.
Really?
My grandfather, Abe Attition, was a prominent member of Congress. He was born right here in Karine. There isn't a person here who hasn't heard of him.
All I asked about was his palanquin.
You must have heard of the Attitians. I'm even reviving our old country campaigning style.
Oh, politics aren't really my thing, Trilogy. I don't recall ever reading about them at school.
Young people today. You people really need to pay more attention to politics. Yeah, we need to pay more attention to politics so we can get lunatics like you out of office. So what business did you people have at Dr. Buff's house? Who are you to question what we're doing?
He was going to transfer ownership of the Founder's Orb to us. That's TMI.
Apollo, you don't have to say that. You say, we were going to visit the doctor. That's all you have to say. You don't have to explain yourself to this guy.
It's a sacred relic from the Kingdom of Karine.
The
10 points,
Founder's
Apollo.
Orb. So you tried to get your hands on it, did you?
Wait, what do you know about the orb?
I know that it's mine. That's what.
How do you figure that?
Because I know it's not Founder's Orb. Its real name is the Crystal of Ami Faye.
Ooh, I remember hearing Ami before.
Well, Ami was the founder of the Karine technique, is what was said.
Yep.
The Karine School of Channeling. That's what she was the founder of Karine School of Channeling.
The Crystal of Ami Faye.
That's right. It's been passed down for generations in the Attitian family. That's not true. Until it was stolen, that is. But just when I had zeroed in on the culprit, the doctor hid it away and then kicked the bucket.
So you're saying Dr. Buff stole your family heirloom? That's not what Dirk said. Strange. But I've been told the doctor himself said that he had the Founder's Orb.
It's all that weird foreigner's doing. He filled the doctor's head with nonsense. Nonsense like the Crystal of Ami Faye being the Founder's Orb.
Weird foreigner. Could he mean? Is this the foreigner you're talking about?
Dad, what have you been up to? Yes, that's him.
Thought so. Now we really have to find Dad's.
Do you know where this man is now? I imagine he's at a detention center by now. I called the authorities after I found him hiding in my dog's doghouse.
What?
That buffoon.
Well, at least we know where he is now.
He's under arrest now. Oh dear.
I honestly feel like he's going to be our defendant.
Yeah, it seems pretty likely that Dats is going to be the defendant somehow. Let's head over to the detention center and see what he knows about the Founder's Orb. So you really are after my crystal?
No, we're looking for the Founder's Orb, and we have an agreement to prove it.
Well, just so you know, you're not going to lay a finger on it. It's mine. And I intend to give it to my benefactor.
Your benefactor?
He's gonna say Garan, isn't he? My benefactor is ready to support my rise to the pinnacle of the political world. They have immense influence here, you see, and I intend to harness that influence.
So you're just going to give your family heirloom away to this person?
That's right. It's a purely political decision.
And in exchange, your patron will get the people of Karine to vote for you.
Eminent politicians are skilled at leveraging all of their connections.
Isn't it illegal to buy votes? Well, good luck with that, I guess.
You just wait. Politician will reign supreme someday. Alright. Dats, what have you done? Hey. Yes!
What's he doing under the desk?
Foxlad, the corrupt regiment. I've got nothing to say to you. Dats, it's me, Dirk. Oh. Dirk, you're a sore sight for eyes. I knew you'd come save me. Well, this is another fine mess you've gotten yourself into. My bad, my bad. At least the grub here is pretty good compared to that prison back home. You get 3 squares plus a place to sleep. Why don't you join me, Dirk? No thanks. They'd just send me back to Karine where I'd face immediate execution. Yeah, I guess that wouldn't be so much a good idea.
Looks like he's still the same, too. Long time no see, Dats.
Huh? Hey, you look kind of familiar. Ah, Apollo! Is that really you, my boy? Age of the day, all grown up and whatnot. How you been? How you been, Apollo?
Fine, and you, Dats. You look good, besides the incarceration and all.
Those horns, AJ.
Horns.
They've grown with you, just like a stag's antler. I just can't take it.
You really haven't changed a bit. Anyway, there's something we needed to talk to you about.
Sure, pull up a chair. I've got all the time in the world. The same is like my second home. It's really not so bad once you get used to it.
He's rather laid back for someone in police custody.
Alright, now. Why, AJ? You become a fine lawyer in your own right.
Nah, I still have a lot to learn.
Oh, come on. Don't be so hard on yourself. If I ever went to trial, I'd immediately want you on my side.
Knowing you, you'd probably skip town before the trial even started.
Well, it's funny he says that.
Foreshadowing. What was it? Was what the doctor had really the Founder's Orb?
Absolutely positively. The doc was sure of it too. Really, because someone from the village is calling it the Crystal of Ami Faye. He also claims that you are filling the doctor's head with lies. Eh? That ain't true. The doc said he was sure of it was a real deal. All his fancy research confirmed it was the Founder's Orb.
So then, the Paul Attition character was lying. Imagine that, a politician who lies.
Yeah, that never happens, does it, Earl? Politicians lying?
100% the
Never.
truth all the time.
I bet he wants the orb to himself.
I wonder who's telling the truth.
Well, take a look at this. Proves the doc believed that he had the Founder's Orb. Let me see that. Uh-oh. I agree to hand over the Founder's Orb to the Defiant Dragons, if I will come to no harm. Signed, Dr. Archie Buff.
But he had harm.
So this is null. Harm came to him. So this becomes null. So Emma's not going to let us have it if we find it.
Yep.
See, I got it all down right. But that's... Why does it say, if I will come to no harm at the end here?
Sounds like he was scared of you. Dad, did you threaten the doctor in any way?
You got it all wrong. It was the doctor's friend. Doc's friend. He told the old man us rebels were dangerous. Who's the doctor's friend? Who's this doctor's friend? It's his fault. The doc thought I might hurt him.
Sounds like the work of that politician. He's really made a mess of things.
What have you done now, Dats? Nothing. I'm innocent, I tell ya. It all started when that dog-faced cop tried to question me. He looked so funny. I started laughing at him when they came after me. But it was hilarious, I tell ya. I mean, a human police dog. How funny is that?
Right, so what happened after that?
They caught me hiding in a doghouse. Dang poops ratted me out. Guess that's what I get for laughing at one of his doggy comrades.
Sounds like the dog's got the last laugh.
Dats, weren't you cleared of those jailbreak charges? And your capture of Lady Kira deemed unlawful? Yeah, but the cops here don't seem to like me anyway.
What are the charges this time?
Unauthorized entry or something like that. They think I'm an illegal alien. I can't prove otherwise, because I lost my passport.
Is there any way they'd let you go?
Not without my passport. If only I had it. Dirk, AJ, you gotta find my passport. Is it gonna be in his suitcase?
Alright, we'll find it. One more thing to add to our to-do list. Where might Dad's passport be?
Oh, about the orb's whereabouts. Maybe the doc's kid knows something.
The doctor has a kid?
Yeah, bit of a shut-in, though. Poor thing's own bedroom has become a self-imposed prison.
A shut-in. Sounds like it'll be a challenge just to get a conversation going.
Time for your
questioning. Follow me.
Must be lunchtime. Today's fried chicken, if I'm not mistaken.
You'll get your lunch if you behave yourself.
Dirk, AJ, I see you guys around. Our only lead now is Dr. Buff's kid. But luring out a shut-in is...
Not going to be easy, I know.
Yeah, by the way, Dirk, your bill's gonna be pretty high here, because there's a lot more work than just going and collecting an orb. Oh, it's you again.
Looking for Mr. Wright?
Oh,
He was just here a second ago.
Phoenix was here. Oh.
He was? What was Daddy doing here? Good question. He said he was looking for something. Did he say anything else? Let me think. Something about how his ride never showed up at the airport.
Where's Athena?
Yes, that was it. I guess Athena really did get lost.
Why would he come here, though?
Probably Maya.
Yeah, true. Drop Maya off and be like, you know where Athena is? No? Alright.
What's Daddy doing all the way out here in the first place? He can't be looking for us since no one's told him we'd be here. Well, if you're here to take another look around, be my guest. I have other work to do, so if you'll excuse me. Of course, thanks, Emma.
Wait. Was that on the floor before?
Nope, it's new.
First and foremost, we better find Datz's passport. We should also have a word with Dr. Buff's child.
Hey, is it just me, or is there something new in here?
Oh, you mean that thing? Yeah, we should take a closer look at it too.
Let's not forget about Datz's passport. Should be around here somewhere. What's this, a model helicopter? Don't you know anything, Apollo? It's a drone. They're all the rage right there. I bet it belongs to the doctor's kid.
We need to ask him about the orb's whereabouts.
Yeah, but learning how to shut it isn't going to be easy.
Anything else new?
That's his suitcase. Maybe his passport's in there. And it's no good. It's locked tight.
Should have asked him.
We should have asked him for the key. What are we gonna do about Datz's passport?
Take the suitcase.
It's probably right there in his suitcase, but we can't get it open. Why don't I take it over to Dad so he can unlock it? That way you guys can continue looking for the orb. Good thinking, Trucy.
Yeah, Trucy, get out of here. We don't need you.
Okay, here I go. Huh? What the? It's heavy. This thing weighs a ton!
Is the orb inside? Is that a possibility? Because in case when they were making a comment that the victim patrol, he could tell just by lifting it that the orb was missing.
Yeah.
So that would imply the orb is really heavy.
Let me try. Jeez, how can a suitcase be so heavy? Is it filled with bricks or something?
Knowing Dax, he probably packed his dumbbells in there. It's certainly much too heavy to lug all the way to the detention center. Here, let me take a crack at the lock.
When are you gonna pick it?
There you go.
That was fast.
A lock like that is child's play to me. Then why didn't you say something before Trucy offered to take it back? Especially after all the wrongly imprisoned compatriots I've busted out over the years.
You sure seen a whole lot of action for an ex-lawyer.
Ah, here we go. That's his passport.
I'll take it over to him. Thanks, Trucy. No problem. Now you guys enjoy some quality father-son treasure hunting time, okay? See you later. There she goes. I wish you wouldn't make such a big deal out of our little family situation.
Father-son time, eh? Been ages since we've had a father-son talk, huh, son?
Lord. Yeah, well, over a decade.
So, Apollo, how have you been? It's not really the time for this, Dirk.
Oh, fine. I'm fine, I guess.
Is that so? Fine, you say. Well, fine is fine by me. Good to hear.
Okay.
Awkward silence.
So what do we talk about now?
Get down. Hit the dirt, son.
Huh? What the? Ah! Oof.
What just happened? Speak to me, son. Speak to me, son.
Fuck.
Say something.
Did I get shot? Oh, that's smarts.
You maggots, what do you think you're doing invading Buff's airspace? I'll be scorching day in Siberia before you get past me, you yellow-bellied yahoos.
Whoa! It can talk? What kind of drone is this anyway? Ah! Hey!
Drone, nothing. That's Sergeant Buff to you, soldier. You got that, you lowly grunts.
Ah, what? What the who now?
Buff. Sounds like the doctor's son is behind the controls.
He's controlling this thing.
Apollo, let's play along for now. At least until we can get the information we need out of him.
Got it. Sergeant Buff.
Sergeant Buff, sir. You forgot to say, sir. Ain't you ever seen a war movie before?
Oh, right. Let me try that again. Sergeant Buff, sir.
Better. Much better. Now, state your name, unit, and rank, soldier.
Oh, I'm Apollo Justice. I serve with the Right Anything Agency. And my rank is, fledgling lawyer, sir.
Affirmative. Private justice.
Private?
Listen up, diaper baby. Your commanding officer orders are absolute. Disobedience means a one-way trip to the firing squad. Do I make myself clear?
Oh, sir. Yes, sir.
Good, good. We might make a man out of you yet, Private. Now for you, Cyclops.
Oh, you want my name? Unit in rank 2. I'm Dirk Samahara. I command a rebel group to fight dragons, and my rank is, leader, sir.
Excellent. Welcome aboard, Commander Dirk. Wait a second. What's with that ridiculous mop you call a head? Soldier should be clean cut.
Sorry, but this is my signature look at it. Ugh! Fine. I'll get a haircut before we ship out.
Listen up, you. It's kill or be killed out there on the battlefield. No place for leaving conditioners. All you got in your life, and you're lucky to have that.
He's oddly obsessed with field survival for someone who never goes outdoors.
This is going to be harder than I thought, son.
What insubordination?
Ah!
Petty trinkets have no place in Buff's army, soldier. Now, drop and give me 20.
Geez, at least let me show the evidence before you shoot it down. No dialogue, I guess. Are you controlling that drone from your room, sir?
Affirmative. But I can see everything you do from here, so... 10 hot soldier. Wipe that stupid look off your face. I'm going to whip you sheltered peacenickins into shape.
With what? Your charming personality?
Look, it's got a camera and speakers too.
And that's not all, Commander. With these arms, I can cook and clean too. Speaking of which, Private Justice, you're on latrine duty. Snap to it on the double.
As if I don't see enough of the toilet back in the office.
Interesting. That thing's pretty handy. Us defined dragons could use one of those.
Ha 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 ha. Yes, it's a fine piece of hardware, isn't it? I modified it especially for siege defense.
Siege defense? You mean how you won't leave your room? Ah!
Hauling up in a stronghold to defend against an enemy is an age-old military tactic. A timeless strategy is still applicable in modern warfare. I hope you're not trying to mock the wisdom of my forefathers.
I meant no offense. It was just an observation.
So the green horde who ain't even discharged a firearms got something to say, does he?
Sorry. It won't happen again, sir.
Darn tootin'. Now, state your intentions, soldier.
We had an agreement with your father. He had promised to hand over the Founder's Orb to us.
What? Papa promised you that?
He did, but he died before he could tell us where it's hidden. Now we have no idea where it is.
Oh.
Huh?
Papa, why? Why did you have to die?
It was an unfortunate accident, and I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah, you
What did I do now?
You insignificant maggot. What would an unseasoned rookie like you know about how I feel? First, I lost my mama, and now I've lost my papa.
I mean, technically, from Apollo's perspective, he doesn't have a mom or dad, so...
You lost your mother, too.
She's been gone for some time now.
I'm trying to think what would the play here be. Like, I feel like this kid... What if this kid's mom is in Kurine?
Could be possible. We don't know what the kid looks like, though, so we don't have much to go off of.
I'm all alone now. All alone.
Sergeant Buff, would you tell us a little more about what happened to your mother?
Like, even a drone looks a little sad. Like, you can kind of see it's like, it's blue down. Mama passed away about 6 months ago. Okay, maybe not. We were still living in our apartment in the city. Back then, I had yet to engage my siege defense strategy.
In other words, something caused him to withdraw from the world.
It was arson. It happened so suddenly, and before we knew it, our apartment was a sea of flames. Mama and I were trapped inside, but help never came.
So how did he survive then?
So Mama cradled me in her arms, kicked out a window, and jumped.
Oh, I get it.
Oh, she protected him from the fall and
Covered
died,
herself.
but she was able to keep him alive.
She did what?
She was like a walking, talking medal of valor, my mama was. She delivered me safely to a Terrafina with a perfectly executed PLF. It's a 5-point landing technique used by paratroopers to land safely on the ground.
She sounds like a superhero or something.
But from that height, she suffered massive injuries to protect me. She died so that I could live. Ah, Mama.
I probably his voice is probably coming through normally, but like it's just because it's a machine. It's better. I find it more appropriate to do a robotic voice.
Yep. I don't know what to say. I'll probably do the voice of him, actually.
Well, you already
The human voice of him.
could. And the person who started the fire.
He was immediately apprehended. They say he was standing outside laughing while the building burned.
At least justice was served. I hope that brought you some solace.
I've lost both my parents now. You can't possibly know how I feel. Mama. Papa.
Poor kid. It's hard losing both your parents at such a young age.
Plot twist: this is not like a young kid, because remember the dad was in his 60s.
Yeah.
I feel like this guy's in his 30s at least.
He must really feel alone now.
Apollo, I imagine you know what he's going through.
I do.
That road to recovery begins by talking to someone who's suffered the same hardships. I know you have something that shows you understand.
The photo.
Sergeant, sir, would you please take a look at this?
What do we have here?
It's a photo of my father. I wasn't even a year old when he died. In a fire.
What?
And like your mother, he died in an arsonist blaze. But in his final moments, he managed to save his infant son.
Private Justice, you suffered a loss just like mine.
I have, and that's why I know how you feel.
But, you still have your mother, don't you?
Technically, yes, but we don't know who she is. So this will officially confirm that Apollo doesn't know here.
Yeah. No, I lost her too.
What?
She disappeared after the fire. I don't know if she's still alive or dead. Heck, I don't even know what she looks like.
We know. Can we tell him, please? Can we break through the fourth wall and be like, hey, Apollo, your mother's Lemoire. Bye.
Wow.
I mean, so if Dirk knew Apollo's father, he should know who Apollo's mother is. He should know who she is. Like, Lemoire is super famous. It's like he'd be like, hey, that's Lisa. Sergeant Buff. His experience is very much like your own. If anyone can understand the sadness in your heart, it's him.
Attention! I salute you, Commander Justice, Comrade Justice. You are no longer a private in the Buff Army. Henceforth, you will be a corporal.
Corporal?
We moved up the ladder real quick.
Congratulations on your promotion, Corporal Justice.
I'm just glad this seemed to cheer him up a bit.
Ah!
That's actually amazing.
Now, comrade, let's toast your new stripes. And call me Sarge. Don't be shy. We're a band of brothers now.
Now's our chance, Corporal. Ask him about the Founder's Orb.
Dirk's getting way too much of a kick out on this. Sarge, sir, do you have any idea where the orb might be?
It was here in Papa's study until last night. But he said he was going to hide it somewhere. He mentioned something about a shady character being after it.
Where do you think he could have hidden it?
Somewhere in the village, I'd guess. He said he'd found a suitable hiding place for it.
So it was here last night. That is until he went out to hide it somewhere in the village. And the only question is where?
Maybe he left some clue here in his study. Let's search the place again.
We should also find out more about Dr. Buff. It might steer us towards the hiding place. So Sarge, what was your father like?
Papa was as kind as Mama was courageous. His whole reason for moving the countryside was for me.
What do you mean?
I initiated my siege defense strategy after Mama died. Papa was so worried about me, he moved us here to the countryside. He thought the fresh air, blue skies, and natural surroundings might alter my tactics.
What a fine father.
He even quit his position at the university to move here.
He did.
He did. He gave up his beloved research position just for me. A parent must be prepared to sacrifice everything for his child. That's what Papa said.
Dirk's just like, well, I'm feeling about 2 inches tall right about now. You think?
There's no one in the world I respect more than him. But that just makes his passing all the more devastating. Devastating. Papa, may you continue your beloved research up there with the angels.
This computer can provide some useful information.
Please enter password.
Drat, it's password protected. Dirk, you're good at getting into places you're not supposed to.
Don't look at me. I don't know the first thing about computers.
Ha 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 ha. Leave it to me. A modern day warrior must be well versed in technology and have mean pride. After all, he who controls information controls the battlefield.
I just picture a helicopter typing in a password.
Oh, is that the mother?
Oh, someone's...
Is that going to be the mother?
That's probably going to be the mom.
And in...
Looks like modern duty warriors have some mean keyboard skills, too.
Okay, let's see what we can find. Oh, what's this? An email message. Now this is interesting. It's a research report to whoever asked the doctor to study the orb. Now we actually have a picture of the orb.
Here, I put the data on this. Take it and use it well, soldier.
I deciphered the patterns, but have yet to crack the riddle. The opaque crystal orb is the key. Dr. Buff, how's your research coming along?
Can't look at anything else?
This is all it gave us.
Okay.
So at least we know what the orb looks like now.
It's funny how that background is nothing like the background in the hall. Are these the doctors?
Yes, those are Papa's reading glasses. He said he'd been having trouble reading lately, but those glasses seem to help.
Reading glasses, eh? I'll just hold on to these.
Dirk, don't tell me you're having trouble reading too.
Perish the thought. I just don't want to leave any stone unturned.
Yeah, that's gonna be like, why'd he go up? Sarge, sir, do you ever read these books?
Why, of course, soldiers must have extensive knowledge as well as fighting prowess. I'm learning all I can each and every day in preparation for the big battle.
The big battle?
You know, for when I go back to school, I need to be up to date on every subject. Stuff like, you know, the latest comics and Hollywood gossip.
Oh, I see. What about reading, writing, and arithmetic?
They're dead, Apollo. Come on.
Well, I'm rooting for you, Sarge.
Thanks, I try my best.
It's a raincoat, It's a bit wet and there's a fresh mud on it. That must mean someone wore it recently.
So the doctor probably had this on when he went to hide the orb. Indeed. Maybe even as recently as last night.
Sarge, did it rain here last night?
Negative. There wasn't a cloud in the sky.
Then how did this raincoat get all muddy and wet?
So it's in water. Somewhere you have to cross through water to get to.
When I saw it last evening, it looked pretty clean and dry to me.
That means it got like this later at night.
Good eye, son. That may very well turn out to be a vital clue.
It's a shoe cubby. These shoes look like they belong to Sarge and his dad. Ah, these boots here are a little damp.
And it looks like there's something inside this one.
Maybe Dr. Buff wore them last night.
They might lead us to where he hid the orb. Let's take a closer look. You said something's inside.
We might get a little look inside if we undo the strap.
Oh,
It's a frog?
it's something green. It's like algae.
Looks like some kind of glowing moss.
Could have come from wherever the doctor went last night. Must have gotten in with some of that mud.
Might be worth looking into. If it'll help us pinpoint where the doctor hid the orb. Okay, let's go over what we learned so far. Wherever it is that Dr. Buff went, he needed a raincoat. And it was somewhere where this glowing moss grows. Any ideas where that might be, Sarge?
Negative, comrade. I hate to say my intel's a little thin on this one. I've been occupied with my siege defense strategy ever since we moved to the village.
Well, son, it seems we have no other choice. We'll have to ask the locals if they know of a place like that.
We're really bouncing around.
Yep. Oh, look, all the posters are up now.
Yeah, good grief.
Feels like somebody's watching me, and it's really creeping me out. Oh, it's just Paul Addison's campaign posters. When did he put these up? Whatever. I've got more important things to be paying attention to.
Was that there before?
I'm going to tell you right now, I have no clue.
I don't remember seeing that. But then again, Politician came in shortly after we got here and blocked the whole thing, so.
What great weather. It really lifts the spirits. I know, after our little treasure hunt, what do you say we go hunting, son?
Hunting? We used to do that a lot, didn't we?
Just look up at the mountain. I bet there are some feisty wild boars up there.
I think I'll pass, but thanks.
Oh, so hunting's a no-go. Well, I guess that wild boar stew will have to wait then. Polo, something seems different from the last time we were here.
You mean the posters?
No, not those.
I guess, so Dirk noticed it.
It's gotta be it. I mean, you are Dirk, so boom, there it is. So someone's taking a painting, eh? What do we have here? Looks like an unfinished picture, like something a little kid might paint. He has that, and he has like a suitcase there.
That's probably what's holding the orb. So this is a painting of him last night, huh?
Yeah.
You're right, but I can't quite tell what it's of.
I think it's supposed to be nighttime, but what's the thing on the left?
A monster or some kind of alien, perhaps. In any case, it's a pretty poor excuse for a drawing.
Well, what did you expect from a little kid?
A little kid?
Pearl, I love you, but this is even low for you. Oh, it's you, Pearl. Why, Mr. Apollo, is that you? What a pleasant surprise. It's been quite some time. How have you been? Fine, thanks. You're looking good too, Pearl.
Aren't you going to introduce me, son?
Of course, this is Pearl Fay. She's a spirit medium here in Karine Village. Pearl, this is Dirk, my, client. Hello, sir. Pleased to meet you.
Apollo's already overcalling him Dad. Like, nope, you're my client.
If there's anything I can do to help, please let me know.
Nice to meet you too. And what a polite little girl you are.
Actually, I'm a high schooler.
Whoops, sorry about that. So you're a spirit medium. Does that mean you can channel spirits then?
Yes, I'm still in training though. But I'm well versed in the art of spirit channeling.
Well now, isn't that something? I mean, back in my country, our little princess hasn't channeled a single spirit yet. Pretty impressive, young lady.
Yeah. Oh, but compared to Mystic Maya, there is so much more I must learn. Mystic Maya? Oh right, Maya Fey, Mr. Wright's former courtroom assistant. He told me all about her. She's a spirit medium too, if memory serves. Yes, she's an amazing medium, and soon she'll be the next head of the Fey clan too. Mediums of spirit channeling. I've heard all about it from Mr. Wright. He said that mediums will even physically become the person they're channeling. Oh, if even little Pearl would turn into a hulking giant if she had to channel one.
Hey, Pearls, can you summon our dead guy? That would be great.
Can you summon the old guy from the case with the thieves in the village? I hope you don't mind me asking, but what brings you all the way down here, Mr. Apollo? Oh, just a small matter to take care of. Wait, would it happen to be the matter of Mr. Edgeworth is looking into?
Edgeworth's here? Come again?
Prosecutor Edgeworth? What's he doing here? Oh, so it's a different matter then. Because I just saw him a moment ago. He appeared to be searching for something. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth is a friend of Mr. Wright's and of the district chief prosecutor. Why would he be here in Karine? Well, no point obsessing over it.
No, it's gonna be relevant, Apollo.
He'd be familiar with Karine, right? Because wasn't he defending, prosecuting the one case with it?
He was.
I think he was a prosecutor.
Not for. I don't think he was the prosecutor for any of the Karine cases, except he was never a prosecutor for it. He was the defense attorney for Iris for the first day of the trial. That's the only time he was ever in trial for a Karine Village case.
And he was just kind of like tossing shit back, like they were just having fun at that point.
Yep.
Stalling.
He was stalling for time.
Yep. Come to think of it, you live here in Karine Village, don't you, bro? Yes, I was born and raised here.
This is perfect, Apollo. Let's ask the young lady if she knows where the doctor might have gone last night.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Maybe you should show her what we found in the doctor's study. Seeing you present your badge like that reminds me of when I used to investigate cases alongside Mr. Nick. You used to help Mr. Wright all the time, I hear. That I did? Doing so helped me expand my horizons beyond this tiny little village. So please, Mr. Apollo, if there's anything I can help you with, you just let me know. I will. What I'd really like is her help with the cleaning of the office again. Pearl, do you have any idea where this moss might grow? That looks like Mitama moss. It grows on Mount Mitama and gives off a soft glow in the dark. Mount Mitama. See that mountain over there? That's Mount Mitama.
And how would one get there?
You can take a bus from that bus stop over there. May I ask why you're so interested in that moss? Well, Dr. Buff was supposed to give us something. But it seems he hid it somewhere last night. He did? Maybe that's why he, Pearl, do you know something that might help us? Well... Sounds like I better find out what she knows.
What a peaceful place. Ah, nothing beats the mountain air.
Many of the villagers have left for the city, but I just love it here. Blue skies, lush forests, star-filled skies at night, and fireflies in the summer. Plus, the big, beautiful blue ocean is just beyond that mountain.
The ocean. What do you say we go for a swim, son?
Oh, I think I'll pass. Besides, I can't swim.
Welcome to the club, Apollo.
You can't swim, Shiro?
Never learned.
Pearl. Karian Village is like the home of the spirit mediums, right? I caught it. Yes, and I'm part of a long line of mediums. I've never seen a channeling before, but is it possible to channel spirit of anyone who's passed away? No, not just anyone. You must know their face and true name. Really? You can channel a spirit just by knowing their face and name? That's an amazing ability. Why don't they just get her to channel the doctor?
Yeah, that's what we were saying. It would be nice if we could, but I doubt the game's going to let us do that.
And I bet you if she tries, she won't be able to because that's not his name. It is, but it will only be learned by those with a gift occurring in certain bloodlines. And years of intense training. At present, Mystic Maya and I are the only ones in our village who can channel spirits.
Looks like spirit mediums are highly valued here, much like they are back in Kurain.
I heard there used to be many more of us a long time ago. But now we are in very short supply.
Yeah, because the side families kept trying to kill the main family.
Most of the women nowadays don't want to stay. They want the thrill of the big city. Yeah, well, you guys aren't exactly close to any shopping malls and nightclubs out here. What about you? Are you not interested in things like that? Who, me? Well, I wouldn't mind a new outfit or two. And well, oh, never mind. It's okay, Pearl. You're at that age after all. Pearl, do you have any idea where Dr. Buff might have been gone last night? Well... about that. All I know is Dr. Buff was somewhere on Mount Mitama. She saw him get on the bus.
Well, no, she's hiding something. She said she's going to Mount Mitama, but she reacted. I was waiting for this. I felt at some point Apollo's bracelet was going to react with her.
Yeah. Well, you know what the tell's going to be.
Yeah, she's going to be... It's either going to be her biting her nail, or it's going to be something with her arm, maybe? Or her eyes moving around. Like, you can see her eyes are already moving around right now.
On her top left eye, too, she has like a little bit of like a sweat mark coming down. This one's a little less clear, isn't it? Because she's always moving. Her eyes stay still. Oh, wait, that could be it, too. Right there.
Oh, do you see that?
Yeah. Does she have a bit of moss? It's a bit of moss. Oh, it's a bit of paint.
Gotcha!
Pearl, you seem anxious around the topic of Mount Mitama. I could tell because you rubbed your thumb over a splotch of dried paint as you said it. Oh, well... That nighttime painting is yours, isn't it? I feel so bad because she just got compared to. This is so embarrassing. As you saw, I'm not a very good artist. But that picture has nothing to do with Dr. Buff.
It does, though.
I'm not so sure about that. In fact, I'm going to guess that while you were out here painting last night, you actually saw the good doctor heading out to Mount Mitama from the bus stop. It's in the painting. No, I didn't see anything like that. I swear. No, I'm positive you saw the doctor. After all, he's right here in your picture.
Take that!
You think that's the doctor? I may not be a very good artist, but at least I know how to draw a person. Okay, if this isn't a person, then what is it? That's a rain spirit.
It wasn't raining last night.
And what's a rain spirit doing at a bus stop? Oh, rain spirits have places to go too. This is getting ridiculous. Sorry, Pearl, but you're not a very good liar. That is Dr. Buff, and this piece of evidence proves it.
Take that!
This is the raincoat we found at the doctor's study. It's still wet and muddy, so we know that someone wore it last night. Now, see how this pattern is the same as the rain spirit in your picture? Ah. Didn't see a rain spirit last night. You saw Dr. Buff wearing the raincoat. Ah. But why did she lie about it? I'm sorry. I know I'm not supposed to lie, but... Sorry I didn't tell you before, Mr. Apollo, but I did see the doctor last night. It's alright, just please, tell me everything you know. Of course. I was painting out here last night when the doctor came up to the bus stop. He was wearing a raincoat even though it wasn't raining, and a helmet with a light on it. Sounds like he was well prepared for something.
But we didn't find a helmet anywhere.
I know, that's why I asked him if he was going off exploring again. He looked startled, like he hadn't noticed me there. And then he suddenly said, "Please don't tell anyone you saw me here." As you painted it?
Well, she could just call it something else.
Why would he want to silence you like that?
Something must have happened to spook him. And he didn't want anyone to know where he was going to hide the orb.
But where could he have been going dressed like that? I think somebody else is dead. My best guess is a cave somewhere in Mount Matama. I heard there's a cave there where mediums of the Korean tradition went to train long ago. Legend has it, there's some sort of mystical ruins in there. Mystical ruins. Sounds like the exact sort of place an archaeologist might go. Oh, we met this weirdo earlier named Politician. You know anything about him? Yes, he's been campaigning a lot around here lately. And the noise he's been making has become quite a problem. People are especially upset that he's campaigning at all hours of the night and day.
Well, the local police should arrest him for disturbing the peace.
Unfortunately, there's little they can do because the Addison family is so powerful. Well, isn't he the proverbial pampered provincial prince? He seems pretty intent on winning here in Karai.
See, everyone should just rebel and just not vote for him. Like that's how you win this, is like you just don't vote for him.
Is there some special reason why? I'm not sure, but I have an idea. The spirit mediums of Karai once held considerable sway in the political world. Judging by his slogan, maybe that's what he's after. Great, so he's just another politician seeking powerful connections.
The ability to commune with the dead gives comfort to those anxious about the future. Tiny Karai has preserved its independence by the Queen's power of spirit channeling. It must play a similar role in this village.
Yes, even today many here revere those with spirit medium blood flowing in their veins. So basically, as politician's benefactor goes, so goes the whole village. Who is this benefactor now? Who could hold this much sway over Karine Village?
Don't tell me it's going to be Maya. Because Maya's basically is a leader.
Yep.
Maya.
Could also be her, too. Well, we should get going now. Well, thanks for all your help, Pearl. You're welcome, Mr. Apollo. Please take care.
I'm surprised you didn't like give Apollo a little bit of a nickname. Like, I feel like she would have called him like Mr. Apollo or something. Or Mr. J. What do you say we go find that cave, son? I sense that the orb might finally be within our grasp.
The treasure hunt is stepping up to be the real deal.
Really gets the blood pumping, doesn't it? Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go. I'm surprised Pearl didn't comment on the fact that Dirk said son.